Greetings, Divine Nation. I am Minerva, your Aquariana Gateway guide. Thank you for joining me today for lesson number 11. If you are new to this channel and work, and you are here for the Aquariana Gateway lessons, for best results, please first watch the videos in the channel playlist entitled About the Aquariana Gateway Lessons for more information. Then when you are sure you're ready, begin with Course 1, Lesson 1, as this program is designed to be taken in order for best results. Now let's get started. Today, our lesson focuses on desire, doubt, uncertainty, despondency, grief, and deception. So we'll start with desire. Desire is both positive and negative, depending on whether our desires are good or bad, positive or negative. When we make a desire for anything, and that desire continues to grow in our mind, then it is time to check. And if we find that the desire can be made to manifest for our good or the good of another, we should then fan that desire into a flame and decree it to manifestation. Desire is a form of prayer. Let our desires be many and positive. This is why our mental, physical, spiritual, and material desires should be checked and double-checked. Remember at all times, it is our strong desire, then our conscious or unconscious decree. A decree is a repeated thought or spoken declaration that creates and manifests all things, good and bad, in our life. We should never attempt to suppress a strong desire, whether good or bad. It is right at this point, fellow travelers, that the great majority of men and women make the grave mistakes of their lives. Through their own mistaken ideas of right and wrong, or through wrong teachings given them by another, no doubt given with the best of intentions, they will suppress strong emotional desires, such as strong sexual desires, desires which are so strong that when suppressed can cause just about all of the wrong and negative things in life. The wrong understanding of this desire alone is the basic cause of millions of people being shipwrecked on the rocks of their emotional life, all for the lack of right teaching and training. Never suppress any desire, but bring it right out in the open, especially sexually based desires. Examine them. Apply the method we have given you above in previous teachings, always acknowledging and then transmuting the desire into the positive light. Doing so will bring the requalified energy into outer manifestation, so you can express this requalified energy in a creative way, as you are intended to do. The root of the desire body is located in the liver, and that organ is vitally affected when unholy desires are indulged in for a long period of time and are ungratified, just as they are destructive when satisfied in harmful ways to self or others. Destructive desires and unsatisfied longings invariably cause congestion of the liver, bilious attacks, and cirrhosis, or hardening of the liver. By continually dwelling on the unsatisfied desire, we can cause mental unrest, which will affect the gallbladder to such an extent that it overflows into the bloodstream and permeates the whole system, causing jaundice, giving the skin of the entire body a greenish-yellow color as a result of the bile which is permeating the bloodstream. Ungratified desires that are dwelt upon will also cause flooding in your general environment, hemorrhage of blood and other vital bodily fluids, and lucre in women, and the like. Doubt, uncertainty, and distrust are negative and are similar to worry and anxiety. If these are allowed to enter our consciousness and claim too much of our attention, they will react in the cells of our body and cause throat infections, such as quinsy, which is an abscess in the region of the tonsils, and tonsillitis. These emotions, when persistently indulged in, will eventually bring on goiter, Despondency and grief presents a wide open door to the negative forces and should never ever be indulged in. Grief, when blocked or indulged in for too long, can result in despondency. I'm not saying ignore grief or quickly push it aside. My point is that if you do not keep the processing of grief flowing, it can turn against you. If you are subject to spells of sadness, melancholia, brooding, or being moody, close the door on those feelings quickly by breaking it up and not allowing it to get a start in the first place. Go into the silence and ask your higher mind to reveal to you why you have these low vibratory episodes. Seek from within to know the cause, and you'll find your answer eventually, and then you'll be able to eliminate it from your consciousness. Deception is another way to open the door to the negative forces, which will lead you deeper and deeper into deceiving others, until it reacts through the cells of your body, causing nervous disorders of the mind and body, resulting in despondency, depression, moodiness, anxiety, gloominess, and grouchiness. When falsity, secretiveness, and cunningness is present, and it is indulged in continually, these become dangerous mental habits, and may even lead to self-destruction, which is induced by the inner discontent of the soul at its hopeless condition. Even the facial expression is altered in time. Now, I'm not going to continue further with the negative things. From what we have shown you in regard to the effect of positive and negative vibrations in your life, it should be easy for you to discriminate between the reality and the shadow, or positive and negative. The cultivating and building into your consciousness of universal brotherly love, and the radiating of this into all of your human contacts, and into all situations, conditions, and circumstances, will practically eliminate the negative from your life. However, I want you to take seriously all of the negative things we've mentioned and the ones you will add, and check them off the list just as fast as you can balance them into the positive light. Yes, you're still supposed to be compiling that list we discussed in an earlier lesson. This is one of the many examples of why this course has best outcomes for those who take it in order. We have hundreds of lessons to come, so start at the beginning, now, for best results, if you haven't already done so. Now, back to this week's lesson. Please understand, there is only one way to get through the straight gate of the Christ consciousness or higher consciousness, higher mind, nirvana, or whatever you choose to call it, that is in you. The narrow path that leads to this straight gate is the path of the positive light vibrations. Fellow travelers, it just means the transmuting of all our negative vibrations into the positive vibrations of light. Really, this shouldn't be such a hard task, knowing what we know now. Should it? With that, we end this lesson. Thank you for joining me today. Check back next week for Lesson 12. And remember to review this material throughout the week. It is important to review the information. Come back every week for new lessons in metaphysics. If you haven't already done so, please give the video a thumbs up and share it with those you believe would benefit from the Aquariana Gateway lessons. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and set the bell alert so you don't miss uploads. Your comments are important to me, so feel free to leave them below. And if you find this information helpful, click on the donation link in the description box or go to metaphysicsLessons.com and make a donation so we can continue to produce this content for worldwide distribution. We all have a part to play in changing the world for the better, or not. It also helps to keep me focused on creating this type of content instead of worrying about money. If you would like a reading or consultation, please visit the metaphysicsLessons.com website, click on the Divination Studio menu link, and select your interest from the drop-down menu. Just follow the directions from there. And after you make your purchase, we can schedule your phone consult, or you can submit your email questions. I can help you with career, love, wellness concerns, spiritual blocks, and so on. Blessings be upon you for your interest and attention. Wishing you love, light, peace, and prosperity. Minerva.